So my initial design challenge was to find a solution on how to interface two standalone systems being used by two different areas within the company. We've got the line of business who use System A, and they use it to generate all their invoices, credits, reporting, and financial account management activity. Then you've got another system, System B, which the finance area use. Now, System B is a widely used application within the company. The trouble is System A and System B do not interface with each other. So there is no direct link between the invoices getting issued from System A and the payments that are being received in System B. And System A also uses a different invoice number, and System B uses a different record number. This makes it very difficult for finance to balance the books whenever there is a payment received. The challenge being is that every week the finance user spends at least 2 days to link these invoices to ensure that payments and credits are recorded accordingly. As you well know, when it comes to financials, everything has to balance. Um, and you've got your audit perspective as well, so everything sort of needs to tie in. You can find out more about my initial design challenge in the video link provided. So initially, I thought the most ideal solution to this problem would be to interface the two standalone applications. I did test that theory through different methods. Firstly, I interviewed two senior finance analysts who uses System A and System B on a weekly basis. So just a reminder, System A is line of business application and System B is the finance application. So the senior finance analysts mainly use System A to enter payments that they receive on a weekly basis. Then they also run some reports to check what invoices and credits have been issued in that week. And the idea, which I found through job shadowing, is that they have to replicate those information from System A onto their System B. Issue is that there's no current link between the two systems. They don't use the same invoice number, they don't have the same codes. Also, in terms of timing, when invoices are generated from System A and when they're issuing credits, it makes it hard for the finance team to reconcile it if it's already past a certain point in time. Now, what happens is it becomes a huge data matching exercise and it's being done on a weekly basis. Having talked through the IT interface team as well, I found that the development costs and the resources would cost a whole lot of money, which is not ideal, especially that talking to the decommissioning team, they've advised that System B, which is the finance system, is in the roadmap for decommissioning. So finance System B is a business critical system, and any changes you make to these types of applications, they do cost a lot more and it takes a lot longer. This example, System B, it will take about 6 months to build, test, and deploy. After going through the research and the interviews and the workshops, there's a few insights that came out of it. It's been established and agreed by finance and the business unit that automated integration and interfacing the two systems will be too costly and it will take a whole lot of time and development and effort. The costly development for the integration of the application isn't exactly feasible and a viable option because System B will be decommissioned in the next 18 months. And the cost definitely exceeds the benefits because this proposed solution would only be for a targeted audience. It will only be about 2 to 4 people. Other insights that we found: finance analysts use output from system A as a source of truth to reflect in system B. It's done in an Excel format report. System A, when the output is generated, there's a few data that are missing that are must have for finance. Some of these data are called PCMS code, cost center, invoice number.
During the ideation and prototype stages, there are a few proposals that have been put together. The first proposal came from finance. One of the missing links to the systems is a common invoice number. Finance proposed that they will generate an invoice number for the business to use. So basically, the business will have to wait for finance to issue an invoice number before they can send out their bills. Upon workshopping this with the business, it's been established that this will delay their invoicing process, which can then turn into breach of contracts, and with that, everything else gets delayed. So your payments gets delayed, reporting gets delayed, and business figure out it's just not going to work. The second proposal that I had was, because there are already existing reports in the system, which is system A, the enhancements to these reports will just be a cheaper and a more viable option. This will include updating 6 existing reports that sit on system A. So the reports will be updated with 3 fields: PCMS code, cost center, and invoice month. Currently, there are already provisions and capability for Finance System B to record these data if these are added to the generated reports from System A. The upside is that there is no need to update or do any more development work for System B, which means that that's going to save some money and time and effort. The main development work will only be in System A. Having said that, the development work for System A won't be as much because it's just updating a few reports and some fields. So with this, finance would have to provide different PCMS codes for the business to use for different charge types for each month. The screenshot below will tell you the type of reports that have been mocked up, but unfortunately I can't show you what's in the actual report due to NDA. So in the proposed design solution, after we present the prototype report to finance, there were a few gaps that have been identified and some insights that have been uncovered. This is mainly a development work in the invoicing process of System A, which is used by the business. Please do note that at this stage, finance has already provided the different PCMS codes that will be used for different charge types. So some of the insights that have been gathered will gaps that have been identified. It needs to be further enhancement to System A. So the initial proposal of having 3 fields to be added in the reports, it's then been narrowed down into 1. The main one that needs to be updated is the FlexCab PCMS code. The other 2 sort of been noted that System B can automatically populate that. They don't need to link to System A, which was good. The other gap that we found is that in the invoicing process, there's just no capability, I guess, to add the FlexCam PCMS code. So we need to incorporate that in our design. Also, another thing that we need to do is create a new bulk upload screen to upload all of the PCMS codes without having to do it individually. Imagine if you generate, I don't know, 100 invoices a month, then you'd have to do it one by one, which wasn't going to work. So what I've done was I've decided to put together a bulk upload template that's already been signed. The screenshot below will give you a mock-up version of it. Validations have already been added. This is part of prototype drop 2. So it seems like finance and the business are all pretty happy with the proposal, and we're going to go ahead and do that. So the next steps would be to migrate old data. All the old invoices would be tagged with the PCMS codes that finance have provided. And also we'll be updating System A's reports and the invoicing um, fields. The screenshot from below will show you a project timeline. So we're working till mid-August to get everything done. At the moment, most of it is happening, which is great.